Good morning, all of you. Now we are continue with our previous topic, that is the components of a computer system. In last class, we discussed input unit. Now today we are going to discuss about the second component, that is central processing unit (CPU). This unit is the main part of the computer. Means this is the processing unit, or we can call it this is a processor. It performs all processing work, whether it is a calculation, identifying any hardware, or installing any software, or displaying any error. All types of controlling of a computer is performed by the component named Central Processing Unit, that is CPU. Just see the definition. It is the unit which performs most of the processing inside a computer. Whatever the processing is performing or performed by the system will complete or perform with the help of CPU only. It processes all the instructions, whatever the commands we are giving. All these commands which we are giving with the help of input devices are processed by CPU. That's why it is called the brain of the computer, because it performs most of the tasks, not most, all of the tasks. That's why it is called brain of the computer. It performs all types of data processing operations. Whatever the data we are providing to the system, that process by CPU and provide the result. It stores data. CPU stores whatever input you are providing. It will stores. It will provide the results and instructions, whatever the commands, whatever the program you are storing, that will stored in the CPU. It will perform all the processing task. Not only this, it also controls the operations of all parts of computer. It also helps us to identify which part is not working properly, or if you connect any new hardware, it will identify that hardware. So it will check whether all the hardware devices, whether it is input or output device, is connected, working properly or not. That is also taken care by the central processing unit. Just see the below diagram. Here, input unit, we are giving the input, then this is the CPU, and then CPU process your data and provide the output. This diagram we already discussed in our previous class. Now just see, the CPU is divided into three parts. One is arithmetic and logic unit, that is ALU. Second is control unit, that is CU. Third is memory unit. So this is a complete CPU. And these three different components or parts will perform their task. Just see, arithmetic and logic unit. This unit is responsible for performing all type of calculation, whether it is arithmetic calculation or any type of logical calculation. So according to its name, it is divided into two subsections. One is arithmetic section, second is logic section. The This arithmetic section is used to perform your arithmetical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All these are arithmetic calculations. So with the help of arithmetic unit, system will perform your arithmetic calculations. See the definition. Function of this unit is to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And second is logic unit. Now this unit is used to perform logical operations. Now what logical operations means? Like if you want to compare something using greater than operator, less than operator. So in that case, we use logic section to perform such type of calculation. So here I have given the example of your logical operators. These are the logical operators: greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, or not equal to. All these are your logical operators. This is your not equal to sign, or you can write it like this also. These both are the last one. This one not equal to, or we can write less than, greater than. These are the not equal to signs. So this is the first part of the CPU. Second one is memory unit. Now memory means where CPU will store some information. It may be for temporary period or for permanent period also. That is memory unit, MU. Whatever the commands you are giving, that will be stored in MU. Whatever the data input you are giving, that is also stored in the memory. Whatever the results are there, that will also stored in your memory unit. See the definition. This unit can store instructions, that is the commands given by the user, data, and the results, whatever the output is there. This unit supplies information to other units of the computer when needed. Whenever any particular device or unit required some information, it requests memory unit to provide that information, because this unit stores the information. Its size affects speed, power, and capability. See, in computer we have different types of memories. Maybe in size, like some computers having random access memory of 1 GB, some having 2 GB. So according to that, the speed of your system will vary. The capability of system will vary. Primary memory and secondary memory are the two types of memories in computer. Later on we will discuss what is primary memory and what is secondary memory. Now what are the main functions of this memory unit? It stores all the data, whatever the input provided by the user, it will stored by the memory unit, and the commands required for the processing is stored by memory unit. It stores results of processing. After processing the data, CPU will provide you some result. That result will stored by the memory unit. All input and outputs are transmitted through memory unit. Whatever the input you are giving, that will go through the memory unit. Whatever the output you will see, that is also go through the memory unit. Third part of CPU is control unit. Now this unit is responsible for controlling all the parts of the computer. Like you are providing input, so the responsibility of CPU is to take the input from the user, store it into the memory, process it with the help of ALU or logical unit, and then display it in the output devices. So CPU is just help us to communicate between all these components of a computer. See the definition. This unit controls the operations of all parts of the computer. If the computer is performing any type of operation, for that it requires control unit to perform that particular operation. Now just see the functions of this unit. First, it is responsible for controlling the transfer of data and instruction among other units of a computer. Like I am typing something in Word, so it is the responsibility of the control unit to take the input, identify which type of key I am pressing, display it in the screen, on the screen. That is the responsibility of your control unit. It manages and coordinates all the units of computer. See, there are 3-4 units. 3 units are there, so just provide the coordination between 3 units. CU is responsible. Then it communicates with input output devices for transfer of data. If you want to transfer the data from input device to output device, then CU is responsible. It does not process or store the data. See, CU is just like a driver, transferring the data from one place to another, one part to another, but it is not going to store any information. Only memory unit will store the information. It is not responsible to perform any type of calculation. ALU and ALU and logical unit will perform the calculation. It is just responsible to take the input from the user, provide it to the memory unit or ALU MLU. After processing, take it from ALU and provide it to the output unit. That's why this is one of the important part of the CPU. Thank you.